Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. Schools in Egg Harbor Township were all virtual last year by order of the school board. Many students, especially seniors, complained. One student did something about it. He ran for school board and won. I'm pleased to introduce you to Nicholas Seppy, who graduated last year and now is a member of the Egg Harbor Township School Board. Nicholas, thank you so much for doing this. A lot of people are captivated by your story because so many people complain, not many people do something about it. You did something about it. Let's start off with your motivation. Why did you decide to run for school board?
So I originally served our district as the student representative during my senior year. So I spent a great deal of time as a non-voting board member who got well acclimated with the board environment and everybody that was sort of coming in and speaking their opinions and the proper processes that happened on the board. And I'm a lifelong resident of my community, and I've been through the entire district, and I decided that I wanted to step up my game and really put this service towards my community on the board as an official member.
Because all of the articles written about you seem to say that you were upset at the fact that the school was virtual and that parents weren't being listened to. Was that true?
Parents were not being listened to at board meetings to the degree that I think they should be. Now, I've said before in other instances that parents, their top priority, and this is common sense, their top priority is their children. So if they have an opinion to be voiced, I think they should be able to voice it. And attending the meetings in the time in which I did, I noticed that they weren't experiencing the time frame in public comment that they deserve. So I wanted to give them a voice.
How did this affect you and the other students that you know? Because there is a narrative out there that you were extremely upset about that. Is that fair? Is that true?
I was upset for others who lost out on theirs. I lost out on about a quarter of my senior year, but there are others who lost out in their entire senior year, and younger students who lost about a year of primary education that they need to catch up to move forward through the system. And I felt more passionately about them than I did about my own situation.
But Nick, that quarter that you missed, that'd be the last quarter, right? That's an important quarter. That's graduation, that's prom, that's all of the ceremonies that go along with the rite of passage. Did you miss out on all of that?
I did. I most certainly did. The grand payoff, so to speak, for my 12 years of education was not there. So, and you then ran for school board, which is you're a great example to others who need to step up sometimes, and if they want to fix a problem, they have to get involved and not just complain about it. Did you run into any obstacles at all? There was obviously opposition, as there is in any election, against me due to my age and my position in the community, being as young as I am. But other than that, people were very supportive due to the fact that my platform was supporting them. Parents vote, obviously, and they have voted in this election across the country, as we've seen. And I feel that I connected with them, and I sent them the message that I was there for them, and thus those obstacles were overcome.
Your age is 19, right? You're 19 years old?
Yes,
no
sir.
one would guess that by your demeanor, by the way you handle yourself, and the way that you're interviewed. So I'm certain that helped you. When people found out your age, when you were campaigning, they must have been surprised.
Some people were surprised. Some people, already had heard through the grapevine and heard good things about me. So not too much issue, but some people were certainly surprised. Yes, in a good way, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely, because the surprise is a nice surprise. The surprise is, wow, you really handled yourself well. I'm kind of shocked that you're only 19 years old, but the important part is how you handled yourself and what you plan to do, and that you were standing up for parents. So what now? You're there, you're a voting member. What are you going to do?
So on my platform, my original platform, at least concerning the curriculum, I have two standard things that I would like to address. And I would argue the junior of the two is civics education, because I mean, proper civics education can result in individuals just like myself, and I find that it is lacking, it is not as heavy in the curriculum as it should be. And then the senior of the two, which I find to be greatly important on an economic and social level, is vocational education. You often see, and I mean, you can go anywhere, especially in the area that we're in, tradesmen are not seeing as many younger men apprenticing and coming into the trades as we did, 20, 30 years ago, and there's a drought. And I find that in today's age, when we're having issues with granting opportunity and the great competition that exists in the university system, there are great local opportunities, well-paying jobs that will take care of people and their families in the trades. So, we need plumbers, electricians, we need new guys coming in, and I want to see new trades opportunities and programs reestablished into the district's curriculum.
And you have a unique perspective on this as a former recent student. What is your next step? Do you have an end game? Do you want to be a politician and run for higher office?
I'll put it to you this way. I am going to give the school board my best work that I possibly can, and if I am called on for higher service by the community, I'll take a look at it. But for the most part, I'm gonna stick with my community and the place that I know at the moment.
See, you truly already are a politician.
Nah.
That was a very political answer. If I'm called upon, I will serve. My feeling is, this isn't going to be the last we hear from you. My feeling is that you're going to be running for office. Are you in a certain political party? How did you run?
Well, it's a nonpartisan election.
Okay.
And you can't declare for school board. The nature of I think my politics is quite clear in my social media. I'm a very patriotic American, and I think that reflects into my views.
So you're Republican?
I am, yes.
So when you run for city council or you run for state legislature, you'll be running as a Republican. I'm only saying that because if the Republican Party in Egg Harbor Township in Atlantic County aren't aware of you, they are now. Thank you so much, Nicholas. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Pleasure speaking with you.
Nicholas Seppy, School Board, Egg Harbor Township. Still to come, where do you find the best pizza in New Jersey? We'll hear from an expert next.